Hello, everybody, and welcome again. And today I'm here with Mitzi Sackett, who is from upstate New York. And Mitzi is a certified life transformation coach. So, welcome, Mitzi. Could you please tell us a little bit about yourself and who you'd like to help?
Absolutely. First, thank you. Thank you for inviting me to come on Bev TV. That's so exciting. And I'm looking forward to having my little moment in the sunshine here on your YouTube channel. So thank you so much.
You're very welcome, my darling.
Yes, I'm a certified life transformation coach. I work exclusively with women and their health and well-being. And my client is a very specific woman. She's struggled with her weight most of her life. She's lost and gained the same pounds over and over again and feels very, very trapped. She loses sleep over and, feels really bad about herself. Her body image is very poor and she feels even sometimes depressed over her body image, over herself, over her relationship with food, which usually translates into and means she eats emotionally. Maybe she binge eats, maybe she hides food. But all in all, at the end of the day, she feels very out of control. She feels like she can't control what she eats. She can't control the choices that she makes for healthy living. And she's tried just about everything under the sun. So that's who I work with.
Okay. So why do you do this work, Mitzi?
Yeah, it's a good question because it's a loaded question. I do this work first of all and foremost because I believe it is my purpose here in life. I believe it is absolutely my soul's journey to help women with this challenge. And the reason I believe that is because this was my challenge for well over 35 years. I lived in this prison of self-criticism and lack of control, emotional binge eating, yo-yo dieting. I've literally lost hundreds of pounds in my life and gained them back and then some. And I was obsessed with my weight. I was obsessed with my body. I would even transfer that obsession into working out or into nutrition. And I really struggled with this, and it is a prison. You never feel like you're good enough, and you never feel like you're getting it right. And every time you take weight off, you know that you feel it. You know that it's going to come back on, and it's really, it's like nothing in life. No matter how much you enjoy your life, everything is overshadowed by this. It robs you. It robs you of living your life fully. And so that's exactly why I help women with these things.
Okay. So, it sounds like it goes very, very deep, and food is really just a symptom of what is happening underneath for these women. So, what kind of advice would you want to give them today?
I thought about this a lot because I've worked with women a lot over the years. I've been doing this about 6 years. And I thought if there was one thing that I could tell the woman who's out there listening to this, who identifies with this challenge, it's that if you could just let go of the restricting, if you could let go of looking for your answers in another structured program, if you could let go of trying yet another diet, purchasing yet another program, that is about diet and exercise, if you could just let go of that, because true transformation it starts with self-love. Yeah. And there's no true, if you buy into, and it's almost like an addiction, because you just want this madness to stop. You just want these thoughts to stop. You just want to stop struggling and fighting with yourself. So a new program comes around, or Weight Watchers comes out with a new great plan or whatever. And you just think this, maybe this is going to be it, but inside that it isn't. So if I could give you advice today, or give these ladies advice today, it would be just know that without the journey of discovering yourself and loving yourself, there will be no transformation.
No.
Because total real transformation where you actually change and you don't just enter the cycle again never comes from thinking you're not good enough. It never comes from feeling like you're not trying hard enough, you're not doing well enough, you're not eating the right foods, you're not exercising enough, not enough will only get you temporary results that leave you exhausted and white knuckling through the next cheat day where you permit, and you'll just continue the same cycle. So that would be my advice. My advice would be to consider that there's another way in. There's another way in through self-respect and self-love and entering that journey.
And also, my feeling is self-knowledge as well. You can't always be looking for the answer to whatever it is that you need or want to change about your life on the outside. You have to look inside, and I think a lot of people will turn to a diet or an exercise program or even a coach expecting them to be the next magical thing or the program to be the next thing that's going to fix them. But you can only do that for yourself. And so what you were talking about, going within, that's really, really important. So with the kind of work that you're doing, what kind of impact do you want to make on society for women in the world, even, much younger women going forward? What would you like to do with your purpose and your life's journey? What are we doing for the world, Mitzi?
I get really excited. I mean, I live in the United States. We just had an election, probably one of the most emotionally charged, dramatic elections that we've had in my lifetime. A lot of people are feeling afraid. I believe that our whole world at this point in time, the next step for us is an evolution in our consciousness. And it starts with each one of us individually, one person at a time. And so I get really excited when I think about how I can work with a woman and truly enter through these 7 layers that we go through, these 7 tiers that we walk through, the transformation, the weight loss, the feeling great about themselves, the wonderful life. It's a byproduct of the journey. And we really step into our empowerment. And when I think about how a population of truly empowered women who love themselves as they are, who stop self-flagellating, beating themselves up, sabotaging their healthy living, showing themselves love through nutrition and healthy living, if we become a population of those women, I get giddy about how we can impact our culture, especially our young women, because our young women are still really suffering from body dysmorphic issues and anorexia and bulimia and not good enough and an acceptable body that was placed upon us by somebody else. Culture, what beauty is not something that comes from within. It's still very much something that gets laid on us, that this is what beauty looks like. And I just believe as women individually begin to rise in their own beauty, love themselves through their thoughts, through their actions, through their life, that this can begin to dissipate, and a lot of these dis-eases that we suffer from as a culture, as women in this culture, can really begin to be a thing of the past, and that excites me.
Rock on, sister. Rock on. Okay, so tell me, Mitzi, how can people find you, my darling?
I am really easy to find, actually. It's scary how easy I am to find if you Google Mitzi Sackett.
There's only one in the whole wide world.
Yes. Yeah, I feel like it. No. There's not many, that's for sure. But you can find me. I do have a website. I know, Bev, you're going to post the links, but my website is called transformationwithmitzi.com. You can find me on my website. There's a contact me page on my website. You can email me at the same Mitzi at transformationwithmitzi.com. My favorite way to connect is on Facebook. I am on Instagram and Facebook. You can find me. I have a public profile on Facebook. I want to friend all of the women. You can all friend me. And I also have a closed Facebook group on Facebook that you can ask to join called Transformation Happening Here and Now. And over there, you know, I do a lot of education, educating on mindset, educating on nutrition, on fitness. I also have guest speakers, which is a lot of fun, other health and wellness coaches. And we just did a wonderful teaching on sleep last Wednesday, and a colleague did a presentation on her area of expertise in wellness and sleep. And I do fun challenges. So lots of ways to connect with me and get to know me. And I would love to get to know any women that are watching this that find that they can relate to any of the things that I said.
Yeah. So, you know, once again, that I asked Mitzi if she would do this with me, because my clients that I work with are not yo-yo dieters, are not people who have struggled with body shaming all their life. And, you know, and I can't get inside those people's heads. I deal with a completely different client. So if you are suffering in any way from yo-yo dieting, you know, it's a form of emotional eating as well. You know, any of the things that Mitzi has talked about, then do get in touch with her, because I only interview the most amazingly wonderful, lovely people who are good at what they do. And Mitzi is definitely one of those. And I certainly, another person I totally fell in love with when I first met. So thank you so much, Mitzi, for coming on with me today, and look forward to seeing much more of you in the future. So thanks, everybody. Bye. Bye, Mitzi.
Bye. Thank you.